We encountered some traffic at night that wasn't broadcasting AIS.
Where the weather is supposed to deteriorate a little bit tomorrow.
We're hanging out on the deck of SELKIE here with Michael in the cargo hold right behind us. Hi guys, I'm Emma from Sea Machines and welcome to the second episode of The Logbook. What is The Logbook, you may ask? Well, you'd know if you watched the first episode. Link's up there. The Logbook is our new maritime vlog series where I take you all around the world to see the latest and greatest in maritime tech. And today's episode has a little something to do with this little lady right here. Meet SELKIE 7, the first in the SELKIE class of dual-use vessels designed by Sea Machines. Built with rugged HDPE and powered by a high-performance AUX 150 engine, SELKIE features a modular design for versatile payload configurations, making her equally at home conducting surveys or patrolling. And of course, she's fully autonomous. Now, SELKIE as is already basically the Batmobile with Furuno radar, cameras pointing fore, aft, port and starboard, a 360 FLIR camera, Starlink connections, Seakeeper gyroscope for stabilization, not to mention the SM300 autonomous command and control system, which allows SELKIE to be remotely commanded from anywhere really, from shore, from the support vessel like the one we're on right now. But there will be plenty of time to talk about autonomy later, because now we have our work cut out for us installing survey equipment to get her ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, my name is Ben Spadafora. I'm a field application engineer here at Sea Machines. So to get her ready, we just hooked up an edge tech underneath, which is a sonar. So that will be gathering data for a geographical survey. We still have to mount up some antennas and other data receiving information.
Alrighty guys, it is Thursday night in the port of Sassnitz and we're hanging out on the deck of SELKIE here with Michael in the cargo hold right behind us, and I think we're just about ready to go, so best we get some rest because it's going to be a big day tomorrow. Hey guys, we are crossing the T's and dotting the I's on SELKIE, getting ready for her maiden voyage. But first we're going to go fuel up with the crew in the mess hall, and then it's T-minus 30 to MO24.
So this is it, getting ready to start the Machine Odyssey. And I'll be taking SELKIE out to the first waypoint, and from there she'll go autonomously. Let's go.
Okay, we're starting our Machine Odyssey 24, and SELKIE is off. So here from this control station, we have full video. This is looking forward view, but we have 6 cameras on SELKIE. We have telemetry here through our user interface, which brings in radar targets, uses active charts, and we have full streaming data coming back from the vessel. Plus we can control ancillaries and auxiliaries through this system as well. We have raw radar feed coming in from the Furuno radar. We can control the radar as well. And then the point of the mission, along with doing our autonomous transit, is collecting survey data. So we have an edge tech multi-beam combined with a side scan sonar mounted to the moon tube of SELKIE, and we're real-time streaming the data which is going into a processor and a computer that is mounted on board the vessel. We're using Starlink here in the Baltic. So we have Starlink on this mothership, the HBC Supporter, and then a Starlink terminal as well, an antenna on SELKIE. So we're able to move quite a bit of data.
Good morning, guys. It is day 2 of the Machine Odyssey 24. Last night, SELKIE sailed autonomously for 7 hours for a total of 35 nautical miles. And after a quick check-in, we'll be once again ready to be Bornholm bound. So, now that we're actually underway, where are we going?
So yeah, we are going from Sassnitz past all the German wind farms into Danish sector and west east around Bornholm into the German sector and then back to Sassnitz.
So Germany, west to east loop around the Danish island of Bornholm,
Yes.
and then back to Sassnitz.
Yeah.
So how long should the journey take altogether?
All going well, 30 hours, probably be a little bit longer.
How did we prepare to sail autonomously? What are the rules and regulations surrounding launching an autonomous vessel?
So specifically for an unmanned autonomous vessel, there's an application process you need to follow, and you need a chase vessel so that the unmanned vessel is always within line of sight. We went through this application process and have the approvals to do so. Now we're on the way.
So it's looking pretty calm out right now. Can we anticipate any particular challenges that would make life a little bit difficult?
At the moment it's perfect. It's a swimming pool out here, no waves, no nothing, a little bit of fog. Tomorrow we're in for a little bit of a challenge, up to 1 meter waves. Selkie will be bobbing around quite a bit more. Nothing she's not built for, but it's always with the waves, always a challenge.
The Machine Odyssey 2.4 is not our first Machine Odyssey.
What? Really?
Yeah, no, you're right. So back in October 2021, we did our first Machine Odyssey, which was a voyage around Denmark, where we actually started in the Elbe, went through the Kiel Canal, and then up the east coast of Denmark, and then turned around and went right back again.
Last time we were running the SM300 system on a tug named Nelly Bly, and this time it's all different because we had the SM300 on SELKIE.
That's right. So Nelly Bly right here on Peter's shirt, you see, she was a wonderful vessel. And now this year we're using one of our own built vessels, SELKIE Boston.
I'm Adam, I'm Chief Officer of the HBC Supporter, generally responsible for safe navigation, life-saving appliances, firefighting equipment, and then training familiarization of the crew. For over 15 years at sea, sometimes we use some ROV vehicles, but not like this. At the moment, we are about 15 nautical miles west from the Bornholm. In about 10 minutes we join TSS, which is traffic separation scheme, which is we have to follow the regulations and keep the course and speed accordingly. The traffic on the Baltic Sea, it's quite high, maybe not high as in the English Channel and the Dover Strait and the Europe, but we have a lot of routes from year to year. It's more and more also wind farms, so it's creating also some different circumstances to the vessels. We will see what is the future, especially with this autonomous vessel. Maybe it will be a good solution, especially for the coast.
For your information, 4.5 nautical miles ahead of our ships we have some fishing vessels.
I have seen them, yes. 21 meter, Col 11 and Ust something.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, it's now 23:20 and the Machine Odyssey is going well. We're about 120 miles into it with another 70 miles to go. We're coming down the east side of Bornholm at the moment, where the weather is supposed to deteriorate a little bit tomorrow, but everything is going fine. We will continue through the night. See you all again tomorrow.
Good morning, guys. It is day 3 of the Machine Odyssey 24, and I'm here with Ben and Christopher. So this has been on my bucket list for a while. This is surströmming, and it is also known as the world's smelliest fish.
Emma's gonna eat it.
You can try.
Yes, we're all gonna try, right?
I'm going to
teamwork.
try.
We're gonna.
I don't know if I'll survive past the smell.
All jokes aside, we're not here to yuck anyone's yum. Surströmming is a beloved Swedish delicacy of fermented herring, typically enjoyed outdoors with crisp bread, potatoes, and sour cream to balance its bold flavor. Often described as having a potent aroma of rotten eggs and strong cheese, we couldn't pass up the opportunity to try Christopher's surprise pantry item to start the last day of the Machine Odyssey 2.4.
Oh, I smell it.
Oh!
Not so bad. I was thinking that it will be much worse. Little salty, little smelly. Like good cheese?
Like good cheese.
Yeah.
Wait, that's the wrong end, isn't it?
Okay.
It's not so bad.
No. It's just salted fish.
Yeah, salted fish.
Your turn.
I've never even eaten anchovies because I think anchovies are disgusting. So you just suck it off the bone? Not good.
But I would say that this is an acquired taste. It's definitely got that funkiness going on.
After our brief culinary detour, let's check back in on the progress of the Machine Odyssey 2.4.
Here we are on the last part of Machine Odyssey 24. We got about 2 hours remaining till we get back to Sassnitz. SELKIE has been doing very well. She's been going full on in an unmanned condition. And over the night, there was a lot of visibility challenges. We had fog, mist, spray. We encountered some traffic at night, traffic that wasn't broadcasting AIS. They're smaller commercial fishing vessels. Being at night, it was very difficult or impossible to see from the cameras. So we were relying on the radar echoes, and some of them crossed our path about 900 to 1,200 meters ahead of us, and we were able to navigate through that fully through radar. We've been doing a survey mission throughout this. We went over some cables, and we saw a cable crossing, and you could clearly, in the pre-processed data, see the cable mound where they've probably built up some riprap over that cable when they had the other cable cross. But right now we are in the HBC Supporter still. Right now about 1 kilometer behind her. We have, I think, about 3 more waypoints until we make it back to the entrance of Sassnitz Harbour. SELKIE from control room. Okay, just checking on you. You doing all right? All right, so 36 minutes it says until the end of the journey.
Can you let me know where your tickets are on so I can put it on the opening?
I sure will. Okay, this is the last big push. We're returning to Sassnitz Harbour. To comply with German regulations, we've had to put a human operator, or a human at least, onto SELKIE. So we transferred Peter, and that'll be the completion of Machine Odyssey 24. So the Machine Odyssey 24, we came up with the idea to do this only about a month ago, to shake down SELKIE and really prove her as in the application of survey as well, and do a 200-mile voyage. We set a lot of expectations into a short period, and the team really, came together in crunch time and crunched us together. And often in those scenarios, you'll have some things that fail, but this voyage has been very successful. The work that the team has done in really perfecting this product and doing the tens of thousands of hours of testing and deployment around the world really comes together in projects like this. So very pleased and happy to get her back to port, and looking forward to showing SELKIE off at Euronaval next week as well in Paris.
And so we return to Sassnitz, marking the successful completion of MO24 and SELKIE's first autonomous mission. With the maritime industry rapidly embracing autonomy, SELKIE stands as a defining force, charting the course toward a new horizon in maritime technology.
With SELKIE moored next to us and our equipment all packed up, we bid farewell to the Machine Odyssey 24 and to the second episode of the logbook. Thank you so much for joining us on this adventure. We hope you had a great time. And a special thank you to the crew of the HBC Supporter for being absolute sweethearts. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow our social media channels listed below so as to not miss future episodes of the logbook. I'm Emma from Sea Machines, and on behalf of the MO24 crew, see you next time!